Madame Boquer, comment allez-vous?
Ah, je vais très bien. Il y a du soleil aujourd'hui, c'est 5 degrés. Je vais sortir mon bikini, ça va être épouvantable. Époustouflant.
Où
Non.
est la bibliothèque?
Oh,
Non, mais,
Monty
non,
Python.
mais écoute, je te taquine, mais ton français s'améliore. Je te félicite, ma chère.
Merci beaucoup. Oui, c'est parce que j'ai toujours travaillé avec les francophones, mais c'est un vrai compliment de toi. Merci. Je vais rougir.
Et notre invité aujourd'hui, lui parle les deux langues, je crois, c'est Bernardson.
Trois.
Trois
Trois.
langues.
Anglais, français et créole.
Créole, ok, d'accord, ok. Donc,
D'accord. But for
des,
our purposes today, it'll be in English.
des racines haïtiennes, je soupçonne, oui?
Oui, oui, oui.
D'accord.
Bernardson Louis-Jean was born here and he's gone to school here. He went to McGill for a certification in public relations and press management. I met him par hasard when I was volunteering for the Playmass Cultural Association, which is the umbrella organization for English-speaking Caribbeans here in Montreal. And I was on the press desk, and he was volunteering. He had made really nice little lanyards for all of us. But it was funny because mine said global, and at that time I was at CJAD, but he was prescient because I ended up working for Global. But he is one of the best business people I've ever met. We've had so many adventures together. Everybody needs a Brereton in their life. That's all I'm saying.
Well, let's bring him in here and see what he's all about. I've seen some of his videos, and there's that lovely, one of those lovely headshots he has. He has, I
Oh,
think, 165 headshots. This handsome guy doing this, and he's doing this, and he's pointing to something else. We all know you're handsome, Bernardson. Bienvenue.
Good morning, good afternoon. How are you doing?
How are you? We're just talking about you here, and Era is going on and on about how an impressive young person and creative you are. And Era, take it away. Where do we start? Now, you two have worked together on some projects, have you not?
yes, we have. Well, I told our audience as we were signing in today that we met both as volunteers for a press event for Caribbean Fashion Week. At that time, Bernardson had BJ Films, but it was rebranded to the BDH Collective. And we have worked on quite a few projects together. He specializes in advertising and branding. Bernardson.com, which is his other business, is also photography, videography. And he's a one-man film crew. He's extraordinary, and he's wanting me to stop that because I'm embarrassing him. But Bernardson, why don't you tell Yvan about this particular shoot? Because this was for the workshop for being camera ready.
Yes, we actually did the workshop Be Camera Ready that's posted on BDH Workshop, one of the brand created. We are still developing those brands. I'm about to publish a lot of new courses there also. Pretty much all of the work we've done is implementing new strategy, new communication ways, understanding what the market is changing, how we can adapt to this, and juggle all the communication sphere that we're living in right now.
So, are you teaching creators how to produce material? Is that what you're doing, Era?
Well, in that particular workshop is to be camera ready. That was our first. Product together. But basically, telling people everything. Bernardson does of course, all the technical, which I'll let him get to in a second. But I'm all about how to dress, hair. Don't wear big dangly earrings that are going to take away, especially you, Yvan. Don't wear big dangly earrings during it
Okay,
because it'll
thank you.
just direct people away from you. But
Yeah.
Bernardson teaches people about the lighting, the camera, the recording.
I'm just flashing on this because just before we began to record, I was watching, what was I watching? A YouTube video. There is so much material out there, and I am among those who find myself frustrated by the fact that a lot of people, obviously, it's a channel to get your stuff out there, but a lot of folks just don't know what they're doing and how to put it all together.
It became complex. Multiple steps, multiple things to do, and it's all different department now. So as a solopreneur or solo creator, you need to master the lighting. Right now, your lighting, Yvan, is beautiful. I'm using my home lighting, and I don't have a full studio right now to light myself. But that's one part of it. And after that, you need the audio. We're using basic audio right now, not even a camera or anything. And after that, you have everything related to what's happening online, on YouTube and everything. And this is a completely different world. It's a completely different specialty. It's not because you're great at filming yourself that you will be great at promoting yourself.
Right.
It's not because even if you're great at promoting yourself, depending on the algorithm that you have right now, it's going to be different, because if you don't have those viral clips back to back to back to back, now it was different 5 years ago. It's not going to be the same thing. You're not going to appear in front of the audience the same way.
I remind my clients that when they do YouTube, you're doing television. C'est de la télévision, donc on se prépare en conséquence.
Yep, you have a lot of steps. And even for me, I was never in front of the camera. So all of those headshots that you see that I shared is me forcing myself to start being in front of the camera, to start speaking in front of the camera. It is hard.
It is not easy. You're quite correct. Yes.
Era taught me a lot about this.
I have some video material here. I don't know where you want to start, Era. I have the clip here, I think.
BDH Collective, #1 new series.
So you're those type of people that if somebody falls in front of you, you're going.
Okay, this is your reel, I think, is it not, Bernardson?
This is a TV show that we produced during COVID. BDH Boquer Creative. I wanted to do the full step of creating a TV show from A to Z. Instead of doing a podcast like your concept and putting it online, I said, let me do it like a TV show, completely publish it like a TV show, and do every steps. It ended up taking me 2 years to produce this, edit it, to publish it, to create the IMDb page, to figure out how to do the registering the title, making sure it's on multiple platforms, and still up to date. It was published in 2024. We're still publishing clips out of this. I had to build a streaming platform out of this, because distribution was a thing that I did not fully understand. And I was like, whoa, it's not working. I cannot just pitch it to a channel and they're going to take it. So building the whole ecosystem to be able to share those videos.
Okay, let's watch this. It's about a minute long or
Laugh
so.
your ass out.
Bam! This mic down.
Like a boss. My future husband, please don't ask me that. Thank you very much. This is the subject of my life, I guess.
So we're growing, right?
We're growing.
I was laughing. I'm not gonna say how. It took a lot of convincing to get those person in front of the camera.
This guy had the audacity.
And people are fighting to just learn the basics about technology.
This is something that really pisses me off. As I'm doing a machine, whatever, and I have to go to the next. The machine is already taken.
I like Dubai. I went to Dubai. It was special.
Another saying, the only constant in life is change.
I'm not gonna be the cook.
You're not gonna be the cook.
This is a struggle by itself.
Yeah. So imagine in the future if you did have a child like that.
I already know I'm in trouble. People still think I'm still doing the same thing I was doing the first day they met me. But no, everything's changed.
A beautiful cousin says, suck it up, buttercup. Tell me, what did you see? Spill the tea, Bernardson. Come on.
I wanted to do a TV show with food.
With food?
Yeah.
Okay. How about leaving? You find out a passion?
It's on tape now.
Yeah,
It's on tape.
It's out there.
New series
What's up?
on your streaming platform.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
Are you more comfortable in front of a camera now, Bernardson?
I'm getting better. I can tell you, it was really awkward before. I'm getting better and better. What the promo you just saw was from one episode. It was not even the entire series.
Okay.
So when we created people that I know and we did the shoot, and that ended up being a 18 episode series, I think, or 19. And we shared this on the platform and all the promo. It was a journey. All of this was a journey. Even after that shoot, I got into a big car accident on the day back home.
Oh, the moose.
Yeah, that was after that recording. Exactly.
I'm sorry, the moose?
Yeah, I ran into a moose on the highway going back from that shoot, going back home. So yeah, it's like all the learning process, understanding how to structure your creative business, making sure that you have continuity, right? I was injured. I needed like healing for a long time. So making sure that, everything continue and it doesn't stop just because something happened.
He also needed a new car, by the way. I didn't realize how dangerous it was to hit a moose.
It's extremely dangerous. Wow. Okay. Now,
but anyway, he survived that. I will tell you, Bernardson introduced me to something. It's like a brain map. I don't know if you've ever used one of those. This was something new for me. It's when you're putting a product out there and how many different, it's like a spider's web. How many things go out, your SEO, your photos, your commercials, there's so much I've learned about production from Bernardson. And I mean, I've been working in TV a long time, but this is the stuff that the kids are doing now. Not even the kids are doing now. He's really is looking at the next level.
Yes, because the cuts are fast and furious, right? That's what I'm seeing that a lot more now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately what I'm seeing, and I'm going back to my perspective on things here too. People who are not prepared and they park themselves in front of a camera, you'll see jump cuts every 4 seconds because they're stopping and starting again as opposed to preparing themselves to deliver the material they want to deliver in the first place.
Yeah. We're going back to the editing and knowing what you do. With editing, you can add B-roll, hide those jump cuts, because I'm somebody who was not used to be in front of a camera. So I have those hesitation, those that I'm putting. And when you cut everything, your speech looks clearer. It's easier for you to talk and exchange and deliver the message. If you don't have this, you can add all the editing behind, add jump cut, add B-roll, add pictures, videos. So all of this is gonna help you look seamless, and you can cut those hesitation in the background. So
yes, of course, and that's good production as opposed to standing there and seeing the jump cuts come at you every 4 seconds because you're simply having to start speaking again because you haven't organized your material.
Yeah, preparation is...
Sorry, Bernardson, go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
No, I was just saying preparation is one of the steps. Even me, I was never doing pre-production before. I started doing pre-production in the past few years. The first part of my career, I was never doing pre-production. It was winging it and production and post-production.
Of course, the better you are going in, the less post you have to do coming out, right?
Yes, and that's how I'm able to produce in batch now. So now, in one shoot, I can produce 60 to 150 videos sometime just because I prepared everything.
That's the way to go. Got another one here. This is, I think, the breakfast program video. Here we have.
Hey creator, I'm Bernardson, Cinematic Visuals, Smarter Workflow. Today I'm handling audio recording for a media company at a major funding announcement in Montreal. The event, a national breakfast program initiative that's making headlines. While the recorder is set up in the audio booth, I'm using this pre-conference moment to capture some B-roll of the space. With the audio securely recording, I can move around the room freely, documenting the atmosphere before the press conference begins. Simple setup, efficient monitoring, and time to gather those essential establishing shots. Professional events like these run smoothly when you trust your gear placement and maintain clear audio monitoring throughout the conference. It's all about being prepared and staying focused on delivery. Thanks for watching. I'm Bernardson. Don't forget to subscribe for more cinematic visuals, smarter workflows, and systems that scale.
Okay, now, equipment question for a geek like me. Do you rent or do you own your stuff?
I own my stuff.
Okay, so what do you use to shoot, just for fun here?
I used to shoot. I'm still
But
shooting.
the equipment
No,
you use, the
what's your
camera.
equipment?
What's your
What
equipment?
camera
What's
do I
your
have?
your setup? Yeah.
Yes, so I have one was just laying down right here. I have one A7 IV Sony. I have two
Nice.
FX3 Sony. I have one A7 III, and I have one DJI, the small one, DJI Osmo Pocket also.
Wow.
In total,
Okay.
I have 6 camera to do multiple angle. I have the audio recorder, C-stand, pretty much everything. It took me a lot of time.
So okay, Sony must send you Christmas cards, I guess, too. That's some very, very fine equipment you have there.
Unfortunately, not. That would be really, really great.
Not yet.
But no, the way I do the content and the project, and so those videos that you see is for people to understand what I do. As communication and marketing, it's hard to explain to people what you do if they don't see it. The video you see right now was a small contract I got just to record the audio. It was not to film. But me trying to explain, like, yeah, this is what I do, it's not enough. We need the visual. So by showing, like, this is what I do, where I am, what type of event, understanding the security and everything aspect of this, that help people connect with what I do.
And what do you record on?
This one was the Zoom H8N. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a separate recording device, digital recording device. Yes.
He
For this
also
project,
has a tracking thing, like the big film companies have, where you can put your camera and make it move, which, once again, gives, I've never known anybody to act. He showed up at my place once to shoot something, and I swear to God, he went up and down to his car about 15 times. Like the lights, the umbrellas, the tracking, the 3 different cameras. Like, it's just like a studio unto himself.
The stuff is out there. There is so much equipment and so many toys to play with, but it all comes back to what Bernardson is saying here, is knowing how to use them to best effect and to go in there prepared. And we saw the audio board earlier, and but you got to know what you're doing showing up. It's not just parking the camera. You have to coordinate all of this. And I've been in situations where directors or people who were supposed to be directing just shot everything that moved without really thinking about what they were doing, and then showing up in post after that. Post meaning when they sit down to edit the piece at the end and not knowing where to start, and finding out that they were missing bits and pieces too. So it is an art, is it not, Bernardson?
Yes, and it's something that's developed with time, unfortunately. And you need experience, and you need also mentorship, teaching. You need a combination of a lot of things. If not, you have to do a lot of mistakes. I've done a lot of them, and you get crazy story to tell. Right now, I'm still sometimes doing mistakes on shoot. I'm still struggling with some stuff, because understanding pre-production, production, post-production, all the layers of that's involved and a shoot, we don't think about it. I often describe myself as like a full business, and explain because I have an intern as well, explain like, okay, so this is the communication department thing, this is the pre-production thing, creation of editing. Right now, even with my intern, I have editors, and I have After Effects specialists, motion specialists, web developers, accountant, and everything. And we're trying to connect everything together to make project happen.
There's a lot going on there.
One of the other things too that when we started working together is a lot of this is communication, and one of our first products was a communications workshop that we did with Beaver Tails. And that was a really fun thing to do, because a lot of times you have a company that has different departments, but not necessarily everybody works together. And Bernardson's idea for this was basically to say, yes, you might work in sales. Yes, you might work in fabrication. You might work in cooking or this, but everybody has to know what everybody else is doing. And I know that sounds incredibly simple, but part of the workshop, after we were telling everybody, like, please know everything about everything. Because if a customer calls and that person is not there, you can't just go, oh, so sorry, we'll get back to you later. And Bernardson also filmed the workshop too, which is a great tool because then you can see how your employees are working.
I'm just flashing on some of the mistakes I made too. I wanted to ask Bernardson for an example of a mistake he's made recently. And we all make mistakes, but can you give us an example of something that where you stepped in it recently?
Oh, overworked. I've been overworked for so much, and I end up missing client deliveries because of this. Because you are burned out and you are trying to do
too much.
Yes, and understanding that you are when you have to continue and not stop, and understanding that you have to take a break, to take a step back and just rethink and refocus on pretty much your health. My accident was a big thing for that. I had to make sure that I was healthy enough to be functioning. So I had like medical appointment, training to do and everything. So you have to slow down in a way because I was moving too fast. But also you cannot be moving slow because everything is gonna stop, right? You're like a big boat repairing itself at sea, in the middle of the sea. And those mistakes you take from them and you move on. You try to fix them and make sure it doesn't happen. But this is a long process. But it's a journey.
And you don't want to compromise the quality of your work at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Another thing too is learning how to deal with people. Yvan and I, have worked in the media for a long time, and I don't want to sound like a know-it-all, but there's a lot of things that we do that are second nature because, we were doing this when television sets were actually cave paintings, or at least the Bayou Tapestry. But to people, people don't think about communication. And that's very frustrating, especially when you're working with clients. And Yvan, I know this too. When somebody comes up to you and they want to hire you and they ask you, and we've had this discussion a lot, right, Bernardson, like, how much is it going to cost, right? And you answer.
I answer what? What do I answer?
No, well, this is something you taught me. Because people, I find these days, because everything's so much more expensive, when someone asks you, okay, Yvan, I want to hire you for like a coaching for an election or something like that. That question, it's like, well, what do you want me to do? Because people say, oh, Bernardson, you have this great service, photography, editing, So it's like, I want you to make a video for me. Great. But they seem to forget that they have to tell you the details that they want. And one of those important details is the budget. Because if you want a $20,000 video and you've only got $500, that's not going to happen. And if you don't know what your project is about and expecting the creator to know what you want out of their hat, that drives you insane.
It is something, it can be quite frustrating at times, yes.
We see that a lot. I came with a funny joke now. We have 4 categories of budget right now. You have people who want to pay $0 and don't even believe in your project or product or service you're offering. You have the one who want to still pay $0 but who believe in what you're doing. And after that, you have the person who has the budget or the $500, like you mentioned, to $1,000 to $3,000, and you have the one with like the $20,000. They all have something in common. All of them don't want to put out the money to do the project at the end of the day. So because of that, what do? You have to improvise and you have to juggle through the possibility of this project.
Well, one of the things I learned from Bernardson, and I had not done this before, but he has a template so that when someone says, well, we're going to hire you, it says, and you could continue here, Bernardson, it has all the details that they have to sign, right?
Yeah, so actually now I modified this in the couple of past months with AI. All my quotes are done automatically with AI. It's so complicated to think, about everything that you have in a project. I put all my limitation, what I can do, what's the rate of everything should be, and when somebody asks for a project, the quote is getting generated automatically. AI was a great thing for this because communication with people is faster like this. Because when they have a project, you have a third party who can check the project and make sure that everything is good, and you understand each other because the person is saying something and you understand something else. I actually learned this with Era at the beginning when I was negotiating one of the contract we had, and she put me in contact with somebody at her TV station. At the time it was CTV, and that person helped me negotiating. I was negotiating with a boardroom of 6 people and me, I'm by myself trying to negotiate a contract. So that person was there helping me, giving me advice and everything. Now you have all the AI tools saying like, this is the type of company, this is that. Based on my analysis, your rate and everything, this is how much you should charge. Even if you were like, oh, I really need that contract, I can give a discount, what would be acceptable and everything. And you have that partner that can help you negotiate and go over all of this.
That's interesting. Does AI come into any other facets of your production work?
Now everything. The only thing the only thing I do not do with AI now is video editing and graphic design as of now.
Wow.
Pre-production, content generation. I try to use the AI clone. So one of the video you got, the previous video, the voice was AI. The voice
okay.
AI.
Right. I hear that more and more now, AI voices.
And
okay.
on behalf of voiceover artists,
I'm not using it anymore because, again, this is the thing. I know Era. So Era is a voiceover artist, and it's not because of the solidarity, okay? It's because Era is show me how to speak. The thing is that you're using those AI voices, and that's okay. I did it. I will do it if it's good for me. But by having Era in my life, I can tell you that, hey, she taught me how to speak also in front of the camera. Even if I don't do it properly, I have that training. And when you need to speak in the real world, you see, the real world, it's gonna be easier for you if you have those techniques. If you don't have an issue breathing, communicating, doing sentences, and this you need to read, you need to practice, you need to do all of this.
And well, it's funny, Yvan, I don't know if you remember your first TV job, but I sure remember mine. And
the first time I was on TV was with you.
Yes.
At CJOH.
That's
Bernardson
right.
wasn't born.
Yes, that's right. Many, many years before. But one of the weirdest things that I learned, because you watch people on TV, and I was doing weather, and I didn't realize that, first of all, when you're doing the weather and you're looking at the map, there's no map there. It's blue screen or green screen, and you have a camera here and you have a camera there. Oh, sorry, a television there, a screen there, and a screen there. But like everything else, you think you're pointing to New Brunswick, but you're actually pointing to Vancouver. And I remember my first TV experience with Yvan, and I think I sweat right through whatever I was wearing that day because I realized, like, oh my God. Like,
well, I remember. I'm sorry, we're veering off of Bernardson's situation here just for a sec, but I remember you were doing. What was I there? I was working at CFGO at the time, and I brought in. It was a Bruce Cockburn album.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes, I do.
The cover art was done by Norval Morisseau, now deceased, a First Nations artist. Anyway, I remember holding up this album. I don't remember my phone number, but I remember doing that back 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
Yeah, well, between the two of us, we have 100 years of experience.
But let's get back to modern times here. There's another clip here, Bernardson, that interests me simply because you produced it vertically, right? It's made for telephones, which is interesting. And again, I probably sound a little naive, but I'm seeing this more and more now. Why? Because more people watch stuff on their phones, right? And this is an artist, I think, you featured. I'll run this
Creators.
clip.
I'm Bernardson, cinematic visuals, smarter workflows, system that scale. And today we're going behind the scene of the MCA documentary shoot with Sati. For this one, we were back at the studio, a space we know and love for its flexibility and creative vibe. We shot Sati surrounded by her own art, using her pieces to decorate the background and bring her personality on screen in a bold, intentional way. Lighting was key. We lit each element individually to give the setup depth. And the floor, we didn't love the way it looked, but we got creative. We pulled together all of the carpets from the studio to build something that looked intentional and stylish, that gave us a clean and cohesive base. And it really elevated the white and gold shot we captured that day. And shout out to one of my interns who joined us on this shoot, gave me some help setting up and keeping things running smooth. My lighting setup, lantern overhead for a soft clean key, a grid on the side for that controlled fill, and small strategically placed lights for the background, just enough to give it pop without overpowering the frame. Rowan was handling the interview question and Nkosi was monitoring the project, which meant I could stay locked in on camera and equipment, making sure every frame was dialed in. The interview, strong. The lighting, on point. And the final visual, clean, dialed, and packed with personality. Thanks for watching. I'm Bernardson, bringing you cinematic visuals, smarter workflows, and systems that scale. Don't forget to follow.
Okay, that just flies by. First of all, you got the vertical setup and the captions, too. I'm seeing that a lot more. I guess because some people watch without the audio or whatever. Is that the reason why? Yeah, okay. Because it's... there's a lot going on there.
Yes, on that project. This project, I was actually just a DOP. I was the DOP on that project. So it was
DOP being Director of Photography.
So I was in charge of, and I was also renting my equipment for this, some part of my equipment. So we used 6 cameras, I think, for this shoot. Nkosi Fanor was the director for this.
6 cameras.
Yeah, we use 6 cameras.
Wow.
You see my email right now. It's at least 5 to 6 cameras. Yeah, at least. We had 2 FX. We used 2 FX, 3 FX3s, plus the A7 IV, plus we had like 6 camera angle at least.
Wow.
What's an FX3, Bernardson?
Oh, an FX3 is the one I wish I had instead of my ZV-10 that I'm looking at right now. Bernardson's being a smartass because he's got some really fine equipment. But anyway, continue, please.
It's the camera they use to shoot the movie The Creator, and they're using it more and more in Hollywood right now to film the entire movies.
It's a Sony. You're better off than I am, Bernardson, to describe it, but it's a Sony. I mean, it's a cinema camera, right? Essentially, it's a cinema mirrorless camera. Very nice.
It's full frame camera that you can shoot movie. It's like one of the most affordable way to shoot a movie.
Beautiful camera.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go in there with. Okay, you're not fooling around here. You're coming in, and how long does it take you to set up?
I've been doing this a long time. So 1 hour, this setup was probably done in 1 hour. Unpacking, stand, everything. Pulling everything out of the car. It was in Chabanel, this one we did. So we used the freight elevator, brought everything in, unpack everything, did the color, audio, everything, and start recording. That's what we did.
Quand même. Okay.
This project won prizes, actually. That was done for Heritage Canada, I think, if I'm not mistaking the name of the organization, and they ended up giving us the entire project a prize for this.
And remind me of the name of the artist. Is it Saeed?
Saeed. I think I'm sure I'm messing up her name. She's a painter. She's doing painting and also art, other type of art. We were doing an interview for Nkosi was the person in charge.
I'm Bernardson.
Yes, I'm sorry. Please continue. I just wanted to find her
her name. And Nkosi was the one producing all of this, and we were doing it for a nonprofit organization who was actually got funding to showcase actually Anglo artists and and Montreal. So Anglo minority artists and Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
And so they can give their perspective on what's happening in their life.
Wow. It's looks very interesting. Well, congratulations on the prizes there too. And it's nice, but it's nice to do business with the government, isn't it? They end up paying up eventually.
Yeah, that was not directly with the government. It was a funding for. So you know how it is. It's trickled down to.
Oh yeah,
government,
yeah.
to
Been there, done that. Yes. Yeah.
To someone.
What else have I got here? I have a food commercial.
Oh, this
Yes.
commercial.
This looks like it looks tasty, whatever it is.
Chef Kwam, Golden Sioux Restaurant and Lounge. Yours truly, come to Golden Sioux Restaurant, downtown Brampton. Ghana's jollof is #1.
Okay, what were we looking at there that I want to eat?
Right in.
That was jollof rice. Jollof rice. It's jollof rice. I'm not gonna say which country because I don't remember and I don't want to get into a food issue here. So this was at the beginning of my career. It's a thing. This rice is people have been fighting for this rice. So that's why I'm saying I don't want to get involved. It was a restaurant in Brampton. I think they closed down at the beginning of COVID, and the owner started doing catering instead. Maybe reopened something new. So yeah, it's the beginning, right? When we were doing this commercial at restaurant, even the logo on it is my first logo I had. I think Elisa did that logo, Era.
Oh my gosh.
So that was the first logo, and yeah.
So the logo was done in-house too, then, for the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not my personal logo, the Bernardson logo. It's this one was done by Elisa, a friend of ours.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a sort of a small core group, Alyssa, Erica, and I can't remember his name right now, father of twins.
Josie.
Josie, yes.
Okay, but
Actually,
this brings us back to the beginning. It's a one-stop shop. Yes.
Yeah, like what the concept we started with was BDH Collective, one-stop shop, and now with everything AI, we changed it to AI and automation now. So it's the same concept, creative services that people need. It's just that the service are changing because people want more automation. They want more everything related to AI. So if it's AI, people want to touch this for their business. I'm not talking about the personal life. It's really for the business. People need that.
Okay, so AI. You mentioned you use AI to bid on projects and things like that. What do you offer the client in terms of AI services?
So when you have all of this system, you need to install automation, and you need to install AI tool that's going to help you. For example, right now our meeting is recorded. You can have AI software that's going to do the full summary, give us the key highlight.
Yes, I noticed that when you logged in. So you have an agent there that is recording us and will give you what? A summary of what we discussed over the last 40 minutes?
Yes, I disconnected it for this. But yes, I also have a pop-up like right here on my screen that I don't have right now. And it's even going to tell me if I'm doing a monologue, if I'm speaking too much.
Okay, interesting.
Wow.
It's going to tell you what's the key point of like the emotion also, like if you're putting the mood down and everything, if you want to highlight something, you're going to do it. That's one app, one tool. I'm installing this week an app to filter all my email. This is a little bit dangerous right now. So you have to be careful. I'm not giving access to my email to an AI software. They just analyzing the email that are coming in, and they will select, prepare the draft reply, and do that, all of that. So I'm saving a lot of time with this. With the intern cell phone now, I have two AI assistant right now. So I have one, I can just say my notes, right? You have a train of thoughts, you have ideas, you want to share them, and this is going to attribute it in my to-do list exactly to the right folder. So we're installing this right now.
Okay, so when I come to you as a client, then you will bid on the project with AI. You will use AI tools to organize your time and to do your pre-production as well.
Yeah, depending on the project. So if we're talking about video production, my AI system is just to analyze your project and give me the price.
Okay.
This is so you get your quote instantly. After that, everything else I'm going to do by myself. The pre-production idea. Sometimes we use Google. We use software like ShotDeck, where you can see how to plan the photos and everything, the structure of the project also. And after that, you start production, post-production, etc., etc. So some part you can use AI for some parts, other part you cannot.
Okay. I'm sorry, continue.
Oh, no. For the agency side, this is different because it's more consultation. So I have a booking system. When you book your meeting with me, the AI analyze the question you put and send me a full summary. So now I'm more ready for the meeting.
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
Actually, I have a. I'm sorry. I just
want to close and ask, has this been successful for you? I presume it has, Bernardson, yes? The AI, le volet IA?
For my personal life, yes. because of all of this, I have more time and I'm doing project faster.
Okay.
But you need those tools. This is where we're going back to the budgets and the plugin and stuff like this. After COVID, the internet became pay to play. So you have to pay to get services now. Before this, and we don't realize it because we were part of that generation, and I'm including you in this also. We were part of that generation where everything was free before. MailChimp was free. Now you cannot get a free MailChimp subscription. That's the email provider, the thing to send email to, marketing email. It's not free anymore. You have to pay. Like all of those tools were free. Now you have to pay for everything. So if you don't have those subscription, you cannot do anything.
Right. Okay. Sorry, Era.
Oh no, I was just going to ask him something because viral video, that's actually a very old-fashioned term now, but there are still people out there that think that if they get a viral video, that this is it. They're going to be set up for life. But that's not necessarily true, is it? If you get one really great video, I think that the attention span of the internet is short. How do you feel about that?
It was true 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you get a viral video and you were good. But people were not good because they made money. They were good because so many people wanted to work with them because you didn't have a lot of viral video at the time. But now in 2026, a viral video, the way the algorithm work right now is that even if you have a viral video, what happened is that you're not even going to get followers and you're not going to get sales because the algorithm is going to send only those type of video to that particular audience, and people don't have to subscribe to have access to the next viral video. They just have to wait. So that changed everything for that field. Era has she has more views than me online. You're getting easily a 1 million view per day right now.
But we're talking about GIFs now, right?
Yes, but you're still visible everywhere.
You obviously know what GIFs are, that they're like little mini.
Yes. What, do you have is there one of you dancing in your living room or something? Or what
I have hundreds. Bernardson shot me just basically standing in front of a blank wall and then being a goofball for an hour, which I excel at. And then he put them online, and I was shocked. You know, the first time one of my GIFs hit like 2 million, I was like, oh my God. And people actually use them. I just thought we were having fun. I didn't realize that they were actually.
Wow. Wow. Well, listen, this video is going to be viral, I tell you, because we could go on for another hour, but this has been very instructive for me, I must say. Bernardson, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Era is the superstar here. She had more views with those GIF than what she was getting on TV.
Yeah, ain't that how things have changed, I must say.
Yes.
All right, thank you, sir.
And thank you, Bernardson. And I'm so glad. It's nice to have new friends, meet older friends. I don't mean an age event, but you know what I mean. And it's really great to talk to you both. And I'm still learning from Bernardson, and I'm still learning from you, Yvan. And
well, it was lovely to meet you, Bernardson. And break a leg, my friend. That sounds like you're way ahead of the curve. And I hope you. And here's to you staying ahead of the curve too, buddy.
Thank you very much. It was really nice to be there with you guys.